the data in ServiceNow will be stored in the table format. The data in the ServiceNow will be stored in the table format. So let me just go and show you the example here. Okay. So let me just take this as an example. So all the details, all the user details all the details are stored in the table. The table name is user table. See, this is actually called row. Okay, this is actually called row. So likewise, we have another row. We have something like that. There are many rows. Okay. So all these are called user ID, email, name, first name, last name, department, manager, location. All these are called columns. Okay. So in the ServiceNow, the data will get stored in the table format. Okay. You take any table, the data will get stored in the table format. So let me just show you this one. So I have just shown you user table. Let me just open group table. If you take any table name, the data will get stored in the table format. Sys underscore user underscore group dot list. See, we have a row, another row. Likewise, we have 58 rows are there. We have name column, description column, manager column, active column, parent column, updated. So likewise, we have multiple columns are there. Okay. You name it. All the data will get stored in the table format in ServiceNow. Let me just open incident records. Okay. So these are called rows. Okay. So you need to keep this in your mind that all the data in ServiceNow will be stored in the table format. That is rows and columns. Okay. Is it clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You understand, right? Okay. In ServiceNow terminology, we call this as list of incidents. So when it comes to the group, we call this as list of groups. So here in users, we call this as list of users. Okay. So open the user list means what exactly you can do is, if you know the table name, user table name. So user table name is sys underscore user. Sys underscore user. And then if you keep dot list, table name dot list, caps LIST. If you use caps LIST, the list of records will be opened in the new tab. Okay. So I'm again doing here. The list of records will be opened in the new tab. If I give small list dot list, it will open the list of records in the current tab. Okay. So going further, when you get used to the platform, you will get to know the table names easily. As I got used to the platform, I am able to remember the table names easily. So going further, you will be able to understand which table contains what records. Okay. So sys underscore user is one of of the important table in ServiceNow. So sys_user table will host the user records. Okay, is it fine, guys? Do you guys clear on this part so far?
Yes, sir.
So the fact is that, guys, ServiceNow uses MySQL in the background. ServiceNow uses MySQL in the background. So if any interviewer asks you what database ServiceNow uses, something like this, you can tell them that ServiceNow uses MySQL as a relational database. Understand? Hello.
Can you say once more?
Yeah. So ServiceNow uses MySQL as MySQL. MySQL is a database type. ServiceNow uses MySQL database as relational database. I mean, to store all this data, we need to use database, right? So it uses MySQL. So let me just show you that one as well. It is showing SQL data types. We are actually looking in wrong window. Maybe let me choose. Yeah. Quick overview of different types of database. So these are relational databases. So among these, ServiceNow uses MySQL. Among these, ServiceNow uses MySQL. So to store the data to store the data. So when you create a record, let me just show you. Developers. So I'm creating a developers group. I am making Rangareddy as developers group manager. Okay. When I click on the submit here, the data will go and sit into the database. Let me just show you which one, the record which I created here. So it is showing in user table, right? So we have created a record in the group table. So just a while ago, we have created a record called developer. That record you can see in the list here. So here you need to remember one thing, whatever the data that you are entering in the form will be shown in the list of the records. I'm going to create again one more record in the group table. Administrators. Administrator. I'm making Ali as manager for so these details, administrator details will go and sit into the group table. See, administrator, Ali is a manager, active true, something like that. So whatever the details that you are filling in are actually coming in the list of the records, list of groups. Where does this store? Where does all these things, where does all these records store? All these records will be stored in the ServiceNow database. So if you remember, while we are discussing about ServiceNow, what are the benefits of ServiceNow we had also discussed, if you remember. Why did we discuss is that ServiceNow data will be stored in the ServiceNow database. You don't have to buy a new server. You don't have to buy a new server. You don't have to buy. You don't have to hire a people who knows database. Okay, you don't have to hire a team who knows database. You don't have to spend a lot of time on that part. Okay, because ServiceNow will by default provide as the database. Our data will get stored in the ServiceNow database. Okay, so which relational database ServiceNow is that? ServiceNow uses is that ServiceNow uses MySQL database. Okay, are you guys understanding?
Okay.